Koh Samui, and we just run up here ending ourselves. And this video, what we're going to do is, if you watch to the end, we're going to give you a chance to win
$1,000.
Ooh, so stick around, that'll be at the end of the video. But also we're going to give you all of our tips that we've implemented in the last few years to help you smash all of your goals for 2022 when it comes to running and life. That's what the video is about. Look at these views. But you got to start at the bottom. Are you ready to do something stupid?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, let's make it happen. We're going right, you can't even see it, but we're going right up into the clouds. I mean, this whole video is going to be one giant metaphor, because you know how I love getting metaphorical on you, but it's a process. I'm going to try and talk you through the process that we went through to make 2021 a huge year for us, both physically in terms of our running, which is the important thing I guess for this channel, but also for our lives, taking the jump and moving to another country, which was not easy in the slightest, but we went through a process over the last few years, and I want to share it with you just in case it helps your 2022, which is the important thing here, and it sees you smash your goals entirely, which is what we want. So the first part of the process, and first part of the metaphor I guess, as we're heading to the hills, is that before you can even do these mad things, before you can even push yourself in any way, whether it be in your life, whether it be in your running, you have to get to a place where you believe you can. So it all starts with building up really small, achievable habits. For a long time you didn't really believe that you could run the distances you've run, didn't you?
Yeah, I was really stuck at kind of 5k maximum, thinking I couldn't really break beyond that. And then, yeah, over time I just realised that it was all about opening my mind to it.
And you didn't start big, it's not like you went into an ultramarathon.
No, I aimed to run a 10k and entered a 10k and gave myself a good few months to train for it. And then one thing led to another. So I think any small step in the right direction is taking you on the right path.
What I'd add to that, really what Mary was saying, what I think she was saying, is it's not physical capacity that limits us. Our physical capacity, as Mary's proven, having run an ultra and trail races when she didn't think she could go past 5k. What limits us is almost our belief in ourselves in the early days. And that's really important, and that's not easy to foster, by the way. We're not just saying believe in yourself, it's that easy. But if you take small positive steps rather than huge ones, then the fails are way smaller and the wins are way smaller, but it's much more manageable.
100%, and you're more likely to stick with it as well.
Absolutely. Signing up for an Ironman and then getting injured 4 weeks out, having never done an Ironman, having never done a sprint triathlon, that wouldn't be the way I recommend that we do things. $5k all uphill. It is literally going to be a 5k walk. I have to tell you, as the climb begins, this is not coming from a place of smugness, as in we've done it, you haven't, because a lot of people are realising their dreams way more than us. But what we have done is we have moved our whole lives to the other side of the world, which was scary as hell.
Yeah.
And we've run
Not easy.
ultras and marathons and trail races that they're way out of our comfort zone, and we just want to share with you the tips that we've kind of used to be able to do that, in the hope that you can as well. This is not we're bragging, I promise you, but if you follow the channel, if you've been with the channel for a long enough time, then you'll know that. But just felt like it was important to say these are just our tips to get you where you need to be in running.
Yeah, if this helps one person, then that's a win.
It's a win. I've said this in videos a long time ago, but if you want some easy wins in your day that can hold your day together like tent pegs, which is what I call them, then things like never hitting the snooze button, always having a breakfast, drinking 2 litres of water every day, those types of small positive habits build up a pattern of you, a positive pattern of you. So if you do that every day, you start to believe in yourselves more because you're achieving just small things. Making the bed in the morning is another one. They're just really small things that are really achievable, and then your running can take care of itself, although we're not doing much running right now. Yeah, we're still walking. We're 8 kilometers in now in 1 hour 10. We think we're going kind of up there, which is a little bit further up. And while we're doing that, it's worth saying the second step I'd use to make sure that you can smash 2022 is building process goals. As a coach, I coach a lot of people who want one singular big goal somewhere towards the end of the season, and that's fine. But what you find happening is that sometimes, just sometimes, something happens, an injury, life, a setback, that they can't fulfill that one big goal that they've been training for all season long. One of my athletes, a good friend of mine, he was training for a half Ironman for the whole season, and in the race, the chain snapped on his bike. Nothing you can do about that. But he had only had that race that season, so we scrabbled about trying to find more races for him afterwards so that he could actually put his training to good effect. So by putting in process goals, smaller achievable goals along the way, you make the training feel worth it as well.
I don't know how you're still talking.
With great difficulty. We're still not at the top, by the way. It's 9 kilometers in. My God, how's the 4 kilometers of climbing been for you, man?
Brutal. So hard.
Yeah. But adding on to the process goals, what that also does, and something I firmly believe in, is it adds in micro failures. It adds in the opportunity for you to fail in a small way in a race, whether it be nutrition, whether it be the speed that you go, whether you fall apart, you bonk, whether it be the hydration. It's something you could get it wrong, and that's okay. And when you do it in the smaller races on the way, it means you've honed your ability for when you come to the bigger races. So micro failures. And hopefully, just before we get to the top of this hill, my third piece of advice, which is once you've got the process goals in, the chances to fail, pick a bigger goal further away that scares the living daylights out of you. And that doesn't have to be an ultra marathon if you just started running. It could be a 10k, it could be a 5k if you've literally just started running. It doesn't have to be distance, doesn't have to be speed, just something that you think is going to push you right towards your limit, but hopefully not over your limit. But it's important to have those things to keep you accountable, to pin you in.
And as we neared the summit and celebrated around 800 metres of climbing, it naturally made me think of my next point, which is that getting to the summit, reaching your goals, is an epic achievement and one you should quite rightly celebrate. But remember, there are always other summits. They don't have to be higher each time, metaphorically speaking, but there are always more. And getting to a different summit or reaching a new goal always requires a slightly different skill set that continues to improve you. Basically, always choose to go again, but make sure that you enjoy the views from the top first.
That was amazing. What views? Absolutely mind-blowing. So we're heading down now. We've got 10k to go down. Well, 5k of down and then 5k of flat, pretty much. fourth point is that there are going to be ups and there are going to be downs. What I say about metaphors, but it's true. Not everything's going to go to plan. Not every race is going to go to plan. Not all training is going to go to plan. It's all right. You know, you learn from the good stuff and you learn from the bad stuff. That's part of the process. Oh, I tell you what though, I'm learning that decelerating down hills for 5 kilometers is not too fun for my quads. Ow! Still got 2k of downhill to go, of decelerating before we hit the flat. We may as well share the suffering with you. We are really struggling now. Quads feel hammered. We've got about 3.5 kilometers to go, so not too far, but it feels like a long way, if you know what I'm saying. How are you feeling?
Totally spent. Just had a gel, which thankfully has given me a little boost because I was circling the drain.
We are less than a kilometre away and the end could not come soon enough. I don't mean death, I mean the end of this run. Not far off. It is horrendous now. But that does lead me on to point 5, which I'll tell you when we get back. It's quite timely, I'd say. That was pretty hard there. Oh, I think you would all oh, shouldn't have done that. I think you would all understand that I'm going to cut the video here. I'm going to tell you how you win $1,000, and I'm going to tell you my 5th point once I've had a shower and breakfast, because right now I just need a shower and breakfast. Oh, not a bad way to finish the video, I think you'll agree.
This is a bit more comfortable than the end of that run.
It's slightly more comfortable, and it's a good place to give you the 5th tip, although actually thinking about it when I look back at the video I think it's the 6th, but it doesn't matter. It's a tip for smashing 2022, and the tip is as simple as this: please enjoy the journey. It's as simple as that, because actually everything in life is about process over goal. The outcome is nice, but the journey to the outcome is what it's all about, the process, investing in that, right? Why are you laughing?
The way you said nice.
Nice, but it is. It's about the process.
Yeah, it really is. When you allow yourself to focus on just enjoying it over anything else, it really is better, more enjoyable.
Pats on the back, medals, accolades, rewards, they all mean less in a good way when you focus on the process and just trying to be better every day. Now, $1,000, how are you going to win it? Well, actually, when I started making this video, it's because I wanted to fill up the 456 competitors in the first ever Squid Game for runners that I'm doing at the start of 2022, but at the time of this video going out, it's full. So if you're in, and you stand to win $1,000, make sure you use the hashtag SquidMessyHappy, hashtag, made that up out of my own brain, but make sure you use that to share your journey within the Squid Game for runners. It's going to be a wild ride, I'm going to put it that way.
Yeah, an exciting way to start the new year.
It really is, and it's like, I'm going big because I thought, why not, right? You may as well, if you're going to do something, try and do it as properly as possible. So we've got some amazing creators in there. We've got lots of athletes. We've got people just willing to have a good go. And
it's going to be really fun to see how it pans out.
It should be. And they're going to share their journeys all over social media, hopefully. And if you're one of them, make sure you do that. And the video will be out in February at some point. I'm literally doing one video and all in from the start to the finish, Squid Game for runners. Woo-hoo! So when I say going big, dream big, have dreams that scare you, this is exactly that. Look, this is terrifying to me to try and pull this off, but if I do, it's gonna be a beauty. Right, is this the last video of 2022? It's not 2022 yet. Is this the last video of 2021? No. We got one more.
No, we haven't.
We do. We got the New Year's Eve one? Or is it New Year's Day?
No, the next, on Sunday is the 2nd of Jan. It's Wednesday today.
This is it.
This is the last
I'm not
video
going to
for
do...
the year.
Mary, can you do the face when people say, see you next year on the 31st of December? Everyone do that.
When you're really happy with your joke and it makes you laugh so hard.
So
See you next year.
we will see you next year. January the 2nd.
If you haven't seen that meme, go and look at the meme to understand what we're doing.
I'll try and find it and put it here, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
one of my faves.
See you very soon. I'm not saying, try not to say next year. See you very soon.
Happy New Year. Just said Happy New Year.
I know.